What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. You know I got another banger for you, so kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me.
You are now locked into the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Here is your host, Brandon Blakeney.
Unless you've been under a rock, you have heard about the travesty, the destruction, the hit that the refs put out on the Minnesota Lynx, and some calls, not solely, the Liberty deserve all the respect. WNBA champions, New York Liberty get their first championship over the Lynx, but people are irate, people are pissed, people are fed up with these referees that single-handedly, in my opinion, kind of decided the game down the stretch, man. The foul on Alana Smith, the fact that Nafisa Collier's out there being held, smacked, abused, and basically jumped into a damn gang out here, and nothing is being called. But they called a ticky-tack foul, minimal contact to decide the game. The biggest hit job in sports championship history, man. The refs literally just cost us the best finals in the history of the WNBA. Game 5, everything on the line, championship on the line, players giving their all, blood, sweat, and tears, the last game of the season. Everything that these players have been working for their whole lives comes down to this moment and this chance, this preparation to win a championship, and the refs come in there and axe it, decide it, and snatch the trophy away, causing the Lynx to lose their 5th game. We know Coach Sheryl Reeves is irate, upset, and she did not hold back her tongue at all.
Was incredibly disappointing. The challenge, we have got to change our challenge rules, and the officials doing the game should have a third party, because that was not a foul. That call should have been reversed on that challenge. If we sent that clip in, well, first of all, Nafisa Collier, the number of times that she's held, et cetera, and there's nothing down that end, right? Which we, it's kind of, for whatever reason in the series, that was kind of the way it was. But when at the other end, when we challenged it, if we would have turned that clip in, they would have told us that it was marginal contact, no foul. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So when you review, those should be the same parameters that you're reviewing with. But the 3 people that are on the game need a third party to let them know, because that decided the game. That decided the game. And I know all the headlines will be Reeve cries foul. Bring it on, right? Bring it on. Because this shit was stolen from us. Bring it on. Well, we talked about it, we know we could have done some things, right? But you shouldn't have to overcome to that extent. This shit ain't that hard. Officiating it's not that hard. When someone is being held, be consistent. If you don't want to hold it one end, then don't call it the other. Be consistent. Every team asked for that, right? Sandy asked for that last game. So 3 of the games in the series, we're talking about the same damn thing, right? So I tell these guys, for whatever reason it didn't work out, right? It just doesn't feel right that you lose a series with that level of discrepancy, And we don't have a team that whines and complains and, all that stuff. And, sometimes it probably hurts us. Maybe being a little more, I don't know, something. But, I just think that, you have a star player like Fee, I don't get it. I don't get how she can be held and go to the basket and get hit. And then a marginal, at best, sends their best player to the free throw line. That's tough. It's tough to swallow. Just like our 2016 championship that was lost. Officiating, missing a shot clock violation. This sucks. This is for a championship, right? For both teams. Let them decide it. What contact is legal should be the same for both teams. This isn't that hard. And so it's disappointing. Congratulations to the Liberty on their first championship. Been around, I don't know, how long has the league been around? 28 years? It took them 28 years. Congrats to them. We were that close to our 5th. Just didn't happen, right? it's disappointing. It's incredibly disappointing, But these guys, I mean, they got to try to pick themselves up and go, we were that damn close, and it hurts.
But I will say, man, before I play this next clip, Stephen A is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum and basically told her to stop crying. Now, he is correct in one thing he says about them handling business in Game 3 and not letting it go back to New York. But, guys, Sheryl Reeves got a very valid point to feel how she feels. She feels like her team's been cheated. And yeah, she's complained about the refs a few times. But then maybe it shouldn't still be an issue. Fix it. Upgrade the training. Fire the refs and start over. Use the NBA refs. Anything. Work out a deal to get some NBA refs in there. Anything but this nonsense. This was a travesty, and it's a dang shame that the Minnesota Lynx have to even go through this. It's a dang shame that they got to feel what they feeling right now, because arguably a lot of people felt like they were the better team in this series, and the small market team gets dogged out once again. Sheryl Reeves is irate, and she has a valid reason to feel how she feels. She is a coach that has her players back, a passionate coach, a coach that has reached the mountaintop multiple times, has seen the growth of this league over the last several years, the longest tenured coach in the WNBA. So let's put some respect on her name. She knows what she's talking about. She's seeing it up live, close and personal on the sidelines, and she's calling Bush League. Now, I'm not here to say that they couldn't have won despite the refs, but why do they have to win despite the refs? I mean, it just wasn't consistent calls. Like, I agree with, if you're going to call it one way, that's an issue. If you're going to call this too physical down here, call it on the other side too, man. This is nonsense. But Stephen A went in, man. And it was borderline disrespectful, to be honest with y'all. I would be heated. He can't go to Minnesota no more.
Well, cry me a river. Let me tell y'all something right now, okay?
There you go.
It's
Okay.
not wrong. That was not. You listen up, Shay. You listen up to me right now, okay? She was absolutely right. That was not a foul. LeBron James was absolutely right. That was not a foul. I'm not disputing the veracity of her statement. I'm simply saying I don't give a damn. We don't want to hear this again. This is not the first time that Coach Reeve has done this. I'm speaking to Janae Ogumake, her sister, in 2016. Shot clock violation. Excuse me. Coach Reeve complained about that then. She said it cost him a championship then. Well, guess what? When's it not going to cost you? You don't know what you're facing against. You see the Barclays Center? You see how packed that was? Maybe if y'all had handled your business in Minnesota in Game 3, it wouldn't have been the Game 5 for you to be in that position. You're a champion, 3-time Super Bowl champion, Hall of Famer. You know what hostile environments look like. You know that you're going up against the Army. By the way, the WNBA officiating, it's been an issue for years. Yes. There have been numerous complaints from a bevy of individuals about the quality of the officiating in the WNBA. It didn't stop you from having one of the best records in the sport. It didn't stop you from getting to the WNBA finals. So why all of a sudden did it cost you a championship? You got to understand what the obstacles are in every particular situation, and champions know how to answer the call.
And that's coming from a New York homer, man. So, of course, he's not going to go against his squad. He has a valid point. They could have handled business. They could have played better. They could have made a few less mistakes, maybe a few more big plays down the stretch. I agree. But to have to play in a hostile crowd, in an environment where the fans are raucous, that is not an issue. All these ladies have played road games before in hostile environments. But just because the environment is hostile doesn't mean the whistle should be. Just because the environment is hostile doesn't mean the whistle should be. And we're going to be talking about this for decades, for years to come. And it sucks that this is what's overshadowing just truly magnificent WNBA finals and a spectacle that all these players put on. Shout out to Sabrina Ionescu. Shout out to Stewie, John Kell Jones. Like, they played exceptional. They played great basketball. And no one's here to discredit their championship. But this is what's overshadowing. When we think back to this finals, the refs are going to be a major topic of discussion, and they took way too much control of this game. And it's despicable, man. It was disgusting to watch, and I can't believe that they are not in jail for armed robbery after what they did to the Minnesota Lynx. And it was blatant. Even LeBron came out and said something. LeBron said, quote, on that last foul that sent them to the free throw line, that sent the New York Liberty to the free throw line. I'm sorry, but that wasn't a foul. Let the damn players dictate the outcome of a close, battle-tested game. Let the players decide. That's all we want. That's all we want, but that is not what we got. We sat through a whole WNBA seasons of ups and downs. This series was a roller coaster, and for us to get the finale we deserved should have been mandatory, but we didn't get it. We were robbed. The Minnesota Lynx were robbed, and we were robbed as fans, as spectators, as journalists, as watchers of this whole series. It went down to the last game. We couldn't have drawn up a better series. And then it gets snatched away like that and decided by some BS ref call. This has to be fixed. This has to be fixed, because this is years in the making. This is years in the making. The WNBA, if they want to be taken serious as one of these power league pro leagues in the U.S., they got to get it together. They got to improve the refs. Because this is sickening. I'm at a loss for words, y'all. This is just, it's nasty work, nasty behavior. And I don't know if the damn thing was rigged or what the script said, but rewrite, redo, Hollywood, wherever the script is being written, we need a redo. Because that's not the ending that we expected. Even, it might have been the ending we expected, but the way that it ended, we didn't expect that. Nor did we want it, nor did we need it. I mean, just nasty behavior out here, and I hate that it ended like that. Salute to the Liberty, the champs. Salute to the Minnesota Lynx. They were robbed, in my opinion, and they played a great series as well. They competed like champions and held their head high. Fee was getting fouled, hacked, held, and never complained, never cried, never whined. She is the silent but superstar, silent assassin on the court, and she deserves to be one of the faces of this league, and I think the Minnesota Lynx will be back. But man, I mean, that's just what a winning culture looks like, and they got punished for not complaining, for not throwing temper tantrums, for not wilding out on the refs. They might have got punished for it, like Coach Sheryl Reeves said. But y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know. That's a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakeney, a.k.a. Brandon BTB. Till next time, we out.